The ball is in the box. We get heat and light from the sun. The child started work at 10 o'clock. The girl is sitting on the table. Dive into the pool. Children, in these sentences, did you notice the highlighted words? For example, in, from, at, on, into, etc. Do you know what these highlighted words are called in English grammar? Yes, these are the prepositions. If we split the word preposition, we get pre plus position. That means placed before. Placed before? Before what? Before the nouns. So, the easiest way to understand prepositions is that you must know that prepositions are the words which are placed before a noun, pronoun, or a noun phrase. Prepositions are the words which tell the relationship between a noun or pronoun to the other words in a sentence. I'll explain it with the help of an example. The ball is in the box. In this sentence, the word in is the preposition which is used before the noun, the box. And it tells the relationship between the ball and the box. More examples of prepositions are about, under, over, near, between, among, for, since, by, and so many. These charts show the commonly used prepositions. Maximum of the prepositions fall under the category of prepositions of time, prepositions of place, prepositions of direction. First of all, let's see what the prepositions of time are. As the name indicates, prepositions of time talk about the time. The preposition at is used to talk about particular time. For example, our school starts at 8 o'clock. He takes dinner at 9. The preposition at is also used with some parts of the day. For example, noon or night. See the examples. I'll call you at noon. Weather gets cold at night. The preposition in is used to talk about time periods. Time period may be in hours, in months, in years, decades, or centuries. For example, in an hour, in a year, in the 19th century, etc. In is also used with different parts of day as morning or evening. For example, I'll be back in an hour. He celebrates his birthday in October. India got freedom in 1947. Next preposition of time is on. When we talk about particular days or dates, we use the preposition on. For example, his birthday falls on 14th April. We have a test on Monday. This chart clearly shows the usage of the prepositions in, on, and at. By is used to tell about the time, not later than. That means before a particular time, not later than that time. For example, I will complete my work by 5 pm. It means the work is to be completed before 5 pm, not later than 5 pm. The preposition after talks about the following event or time period. In other words, we can say that the preposition after tells about the event or time period that takes place later. For example, he left after lunch. That means first he took lunch and then he went out. So he left after lunch. Preposition before is used to talk about previous event or time period. In other words, we can say that the preposition before tells about the event or time period that takes place earlier. For example, I want to leave before lunch. That means without taking lunch or before the lunch time. We use the preposition ago to talk about past times in reference to present time. For example, I met her a year ago. That means I met her last year only. The only difference between the prepositions ago and before is that we use the preposition ago to talk about something that happened in past time in relation to the present time. That means something happened in the past with the relation to the current situation. But before is used to talk about something that happened earlier than any action or any event happened in the past only. Let's understand this with the help of examples. As in the picture you can see the first sentence, I graduated 3 years ago. Means as it is 2021 this year, that means I completed 3 years ago means I completed my graduation in 2018. Next example, I met my friend 2 weeks before completing my graduation. Means I completed the graduation in 2018 in past tense. And before that, I met my friend before 2 weeks. 2 weeks before completing my graduation, I met my friend. Both the actions took place in the past only, but I met my friend earlier than completing my graduation. The prepositions till and until are used to indicate the time or event up to a point of time. That means the prepositions till and until describe the time or event up to a certain point of time. For example, wait here till dawn. That means you have to wait up to the particular time mentioned in the sentence, that is dawn. Next example is, I will be there until Monday. It tells that I will be there up to Monday. That means I am not going to leave before Monday. I am there until Monday. The pairs of prepositions from to, from till and from until, etc. are used to talk about the fixed time period with the beginning and ending. That means the beginning of the time period is given and ending is also mentioned. For example, the working hours are from 9 to 1. That means working hours start at 9 o'clock and are over at 1 o'clock. Next example is, I studied here from 2001 till 2010. That means I joined the institution in 2001 and I left the institution in 2010. Most of the times in perfect continuous tenses, the prepositions for and since are used as prepositions of time. The preposition since is used to talk about something that started at a particular time in the past and it is still continued in the present. That means the action started at some point in the past, but it is still in continuation, it is still going on in the present time or at the time while speaking the sentence. For example, the child has been playing since morning. That means the child started playing in the morning at a particular time in the morning and he or she is still playing. As the preposition since talks about something that started at a particular time in the past and still going on, the preposition for explains the time period. For example, it has been raining for the last 2 hours. That means that the rain started 2 hours ago and still it is raining at the time of speaking. The preposition for is also used to specify or talk about the amount of time, that is, time period in general. For example, I waited for an hour. The preposition during is used to show a period of time throughout the course or duration of any event or action. For example, it rained during night. That means it rained for the whole night. So it rained during night.